I started playing D&D just this last September, and since then I've been going through two campaigns. But just recently I started DMing myself, and I wanted to record these sessions just mostly for my own, posterity to save what happens for the future. But I don't know, maybe some people actually care enough to listen to these. There's going to be very minimal visual editing in terms of these, and I'm barely going to be editing any of the our playtime at all. Just if there's any like long breaks we take, I'll cut that out. But that's basically it. So don't expect a lot of great production value with this. I don't have time to edit, multi-hour long things. At a time, especially when the school year starts up. However, these I did not decide to start recording session one. So instead, we are actually the session that you are going to be listening to now is actually session four. So because of that, well, I should at least give you a bit of background for what the campaign is and so far, and who's what and what's the setting. So, the setting is actually a sci-fi setting. It's not your typical fantasy setting. And so think Star Wars in terms of the technology, kind of what we're looking at, right? So, intra-galactic travel and, you know, multiplanetary systems and all that kind of stuff. So, to set the stage, there are basically two major superpowers vying for control. There's the Zilinian Empire, and there's the Scudam Empire. The Zilinians are amphibious humanoids, okay? In terms of mechanics, they're based off of humans, except they also don't receive any sort of penalties for being underwater. Mechanics for this, by the way, are all within just D&D 5e, with a few aesthetic differences. For example, Arcana is instead like, think of it as like a technology sort of science check, for example. But everything else is like, everything else pretty much the same. Instead of bows and arrows, it's laser rifles. But you get the idea. Pretty much you can figure out how things go from there. So the Zilinians are sort of human equivalents, except they're amphibious. They have jet black skin, and their hair is kind of whatever color they want it to be. I made it where it's a cultural thing where their hair is kind of whatever they want it to be. They dye it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, whatever. The Scudam are insectoids. Okay, specifically, if you want to think about D&D races, they're based off of the insect folk. So they are humanoid-ish, but they are primarily insectoid, and they are sort of the main superpowers of the galaxy that are sort of vying for control. And they've been in some sort of conflict for hundreds, if not thousands of years, with, sometimes it's all-out warfare, sometimes it's just sort of a tense standoff, kind of all ranges in between. At the current moment, it's sort of a tense standoff, but it's very much like, oh, probably going to get into a fight very soon here. Because the background for this is that it turns out that there was actually a third sort of power growing on the opposite side of the galaxy from them, which are the Kofarians, and they are a very they're much less militaristic and they're much less involved with control. They're just sort of set up sort of a trading sort of system for a large region of the galaxy. But both sides are going to be trying to vie for the Kofarians to ally with. So that's sort of the backdrop of everything here. The players are low-ranking members of the Zilinian military. Okay, they're extremely new to pretty new, basically, in terms of how things are going. Everyone starts at level 3, by the way, so they're all still level 3. So I guess we'll go ahead and meet the players. So first off, we have Aaron's character, which is Nastasia, which is, as you can tell by the image, based off of... did I say Nastasia? Crap. See, I'm doing this freehand. I'm not editing this. Its character is Anastasia, and the character is based off of Nastasia from Super Paper Mario. So again, sort of a secretary kind of character, very no nonsense, sort of generally kind of emotionless. But I guess certainly what happens in this session gets a little bit weird. But that's sort of the general outlook of things. The character class is a wizard. Again, I'm treating wizards as characters who use sort of technology to perform various feats, hence spells and stuff like that. So again, mechanically, wizard's the same. It's just the flavor of it is its tech is behind it. And so that's Aaron's character. Julie's character is Nereid, who is based off of Undyne from Undertale. So Nereid is a Julie's sort of made up a species of sort of Piscine humanoids that basically look like that, known as Tritons. So, okay. And Nereid is a champion fighter, primarily using a spear as her main weapon. Unfortunately, Julie is not going to be available for the next few sessions, so her character is sort of going to be taken out of things. But she's there, so she will be definitely coming into play in later on. Next, we have Michael's character, Alistair. So Alistair is a male Zelenian and is also a fighter, a champion fighter, but focuses on ranged weapons. So mostly with rifle, with the rifle. Um, Alistair is your good military boy, right? He really believes in serving the Empire, and he's kind of naive and also a little bit too serious at times. But and maybe he'll learn things might not be as peachy as you might think they are. And then last we have Corey's character, uh, Eldon. I forgot his name for a second. So Eldon is a Taurenar, which is the sort of it's the gnome equivalent race. So they have sort of blue or purple skin. They're small, and again, kind of hair of whatever color. Eldon is a rogue, and his background is that he's very involved with shipbuilding and very interested in spaceships and has lived around spaceships all his life. So that's sort of his background. He's actually part of the engineering corps division of the military, but he is joining this sort of main group here. That said, this session that we just had for here is Corey's first session. He just wasn't, kind of wasn't involved for the previous stuff. So we're also sort of introducing Eldon to the other players, so at least Michael and Aaron for now, with the session you're about to hear. Now, so what actually happened in those last 3 sessions? Well, the first session was just Anna and Nereid, and they were sent by General Hera. Yes, that's Hera Syndulla. I'm going to be stealing a lot of stuff from various things because I can. Sue me. So, and they were sent on a mission to go to the planet Etheria, and specifically to a place known as Beast Island. Again, you recognize where that's from. Sue me. And they specifically were to rescue a researcher named Zal, and they managed to do that with some difficulty along the way, but they came away in one piece and with Zal. So that's that was the important part. After they came back, they met up with Alistair, who was delayed, lost in the transport, I'll say, to join them for that mission. But and then they ended up doing some training, and also sort of meeting a few people around in the military base. They also had a sort of fight, a training fight against Zal, and they lost. All 3 of them together against Zal, they lost, but Zal did say that it was closer than most people, so it gives you a sense of power there. Anyway, the next day, they Anna, Nereid, and Alistair were assigned to Site 19 along with another team. This team consists of Clarin, who is a Kur, male Kur. Kur are the sort of orc equivalent race, very much sort of, darker skin, whitish hair. The image I have for this is not great because I had an image in mind for a female Kur, and Clarin's male. Whatever, oh well, I'm just using the face, good enough. And Clarin is a berserker barbarian, definitely fits the definition of a meathead, so gives you an idea of kind of how things play out with that. Then also, part of the team is Armala, who is a Lavian, which are the sort of equivalent of the Goliath race. So their skin is actually very much sort of mineral based. The sort of hair and fur that they look like that she looks like she has on her body is actually iron filings. So there's some stuff that comes with that. She also has Lavians have, as you may guess from the name, they have some control over fire as well. So that's part of things with that. Armala is a Oath of the Dragon paladin, and personality-wise is very friendly and open, and definitely is very wants to help people. Just overall, just really enthusiastic, charismatic person. Sort of the good friend kind of archetype. And third in this other team was Kershal. Kershal is a Lorkeshi, which is a sort of humanoid with dark blue skin, and but seems that you can basically see like the electricity sort of running through their bodies, like exposed nerves and exposed wires, and so they're equivalent of blue dragonborn, which are the dragonborn that have electricity powers a bit. So that's the equivalent for that there. Um, Kershal is sort of a third gender. So Lorkeshi actually have male, female, and a third sort of intermediate gender. So Kershal's the third one. And Kershal is a sorcerer. So again, difference between sorcerer and wizards in this campaign. Wizards use technology to perform various feats. Sorcerers have some sort of innate ability within what their species is. So because Kershal is a Lorkeshi, they have some innate control of electricity. Kershal could be a sorcerer, so they are. Another person who's not part of that team specifically, but is sort of related, is Drawley, who is a Tarvin, female Tarvin. Tarvins are the goblin equivalent, so small, green skin, that kind of stereotypical stuff. Drawley is an artificer and actually has a drone that she sort of keeps around that helps her with stuff and can help with also fighting and combat and stuff like that. Drawley and Claren are actually in a relationship that's a bit one-sided, but yes, you'll see more as to that as that develops. But for now, for this previous session, Anna, Nereid, and Alistair teamed up with Claren, Armala, and Kershal and were sent to Site 19, where they had to contain two anomalous beings, this statue that moves when you don't look at it, and this humanoid entity made of some sort of caustic goo that can move into walls. Yes, this is SCP Containment Breach. That's what it was. They did manage to recontain the Goo Man, and they destroyed the statue, which, I know someone's going to complain. It's indestructible, whatever. So that's what happened, and it was a bit of a harrowing experience, but that's how things ran down. So, starting up with kind of where this next session picks up, the team had just finished that, and they're just now arriving back on the military base on the planet of Zelenia. So that's where we left off last time, and here's where we begin going forward. So let session 4 begin. All right, so
hello world.
Okay, so as we left off, Anna, Nereid, Alistair, accompanied with Claren, Armala, and Kershal, finished dealing with, I'll use that verb, whatever happened in Site 19, and are just arrived back onto the military base, and you all sort of disembark, and you head back into sort of the main building, and the first thing you see, so I'll say Claren's actually out in front, and the this Tarvin who you've seen before with the drone sort of runs out of the assembly room and runs over and actually like hugs him really tightly, and it's actually like pretty cute for like 5 seconds. But then she immediately starts like pulling him away while like kind of like yelling at him, like, "Oh my god, that took forever! Come on!" So she's kind of dragging him away now, and he's kind of like, but come on!" And so they are being dragged away.
Wait, but like
in return.
when we were in the cafeteria and we saw kind of like the engineers with the drone, that's a different person than the green.
No, that is
goblin-like person.
That is the engineer. So she drags him away somewhere, and the drone that was sort of following her, it just sort of like kind of looks at you for a second, and then just kind of goes back and follows as well. And so, I guess Armala will comment. Well, that was cute while it lasted.
I'm taking that's a no to your friend attending the debriefing.
Yeah, Drawley is a very, what's the word? Demanding at times. she knows her stuff, but which is why I think people let her get away with things. But how it is. As long as
Go on.
I said, as long as they're happy, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess, but I've met drill instructors more lenient than that. You know, back in basic.
Oh. That should be fine.
Oh, that was the rhythm.
I'm not sure who left.
That was the rhythm.
Oh, by rhythm. But I guess it's Claren. See ya, you got no rhythm.
No, okay, let me actually add the rhythm because I was gonna actually have one for the military base. I forgot to do before. So, do.
And before it's just Star Wars music.
It's not.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Okay. So, anyway, as you guys come up, kind of walk forward, Hera will sort of come forward to meet you. And just say, well, seems you all returned.
Squadron,
and stand at attention. Salute, Hera.
Anna walks forward and crosses her arms, but she steps forward and then just brings up her glasses to reach eye level as she looks towards Hera with a glazed look in her eye.
Well, what is there to report?
There were 2 subjects in Site 19, both of which have been dealt with appropriately. Although somewhat violently.
Well, that tends to be how things happen there sometimes. As long as everyone's okay.
Yes, we're okay. No casualties to report. Although what was his name? The one that was
Claren.
just whisked away. Claren, yes, thank you. Ran into one of these subjects, 18 or something like that. Blob human. Drug him through the wall. But we were able to contain that. Unfortunately, the other one, the statue, was unfortunately destroyed in the process. So the mission was only partly successful, with only half the objectives fulfilled.
Well, I'll be honest, that stuff is not really in my wheelhouse, but I'll at least pass the info along, and I'll make sure Claren's looked at and nothing serious happened to him.
Also, we also managed to secure what is believed to be some sensitive intel from the site itself. I believe, Anastasia might have it.
Oh?
Aaron is gonna ask Michael. Wait, are you talking about the pictures?
Yeah, I'm talking about the pictures and whatever you found at the in the lab, or not? The lab.
Oh, I don't want to talk about the pills, but okay.
Hiding your drug addiction. All right, I see how it is.
Well, okay. So you only said stuff that was present. Okay, so Anna is like, yeah. Anna's like, that's right. We have procured these documents from one of the desks on site, and she reveals disgusting picture number 1 and creepy picture number 2 of the training dummy that looks like it was naked and wants to rip your head off, and then the black blob that's mixed into the wall and wants to stare into your soul. And Anna continues, these 2 images were present next to one of the computer terminals down in Site 19, and they match the same description as the specimens that we encountered in combat.
I see. Well, I'll make sure these are given to the right people. All right. Well, I guess one thing to announce for you guys is actually a couple things. First of all, you're getting a 4th member to your squad.
Oh? To each of our squads?
That's good.
Indeed. I'm actually decided that I'm going to be assigning someone from the engineering division to each of the squads. Um, Anna, Alistair, and Nereid, you are being assigned. That's your cue.
Oh. Hello. He says how do you pronounce that? Terrainer.
Torinar.
Toronar walk steps up level to face you guys. He's blue skinned, fly away, red gold haired, a neatly trimmed beard, wearing travel clothes that are stained with both dirt and oil.
Cool.
He grins. And he's got a kind of survival pack over on his back with a rifle over his shoulder. The name's Eldon Murnok Aftar. And he kind of makes an attempt at a courtly bow. At your service.
Prophet Alistair Holliswood. At yours.
He's gonna give you a salute.
Eldon will salute him back.
And how tall is Eldon?
Like 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. So
A friend.
Eldon, basically maintaining like eye contact at your level. So you see a human that's maybe like 4 feet 2. She is wearing she's wearing basically office attire, like complete secretary's clothes. She has her hair tied up in a bun, I think, and it's like bright pink. And the most distinguishing feature is her very large glasses that seem to have a lot of gizmos and like fancy writings and settings on it. But she extends out her hand to you because she's simple. She says, "Name's Anna. Good to have you with us."
Good to be with you, Anna. He said. Eldon says, reaching up just slightly and taking Anna's hand, and giving it a good firm shake.
And
Right then,
and again.
And I guess. Oh, where did the third member go? Ugh, she probably went to the cafeteria to go eat some meat.
No, so you can see Nereid talking to Hera about something. And I guess you just sort of overhear basically Hera saying that, like, yeah, we got a message from your home planet, and you're needed back there for a while. And so Nereid just sort of like nods and then sort of then kind of heads out to the ship depot while sort of giving you guys like kind of a wave. So that's our excuse for Julie not being here for a few weeks.
Eldon will sort of like wave awkwardly, and as he steps in line with Anna and Michael, what was your character's name again?
Oh, Alistair.
Alistair. Yeah, Anna and Alistair.
Okay.
Anna's just gonna say, "Wait, do you want meat for the road?"
Already gone.
Yeah, completely ignored.
So I guess that's a no to a debriefing with her actual issue. We just debriefed.
And then
I guess.
Yeah. Armala will sort of turn to Hera and be like, "So, who's joining our group?" And Hera will say, "Oh, Drawley." And then Kershaw says, like, considering the personal interactions between Drawley and Claren, are you sure that's the best idea? And Hera says, "You get Drawley, or you get Entrapta." And they go, "All right, fine, we'll take Drawley." So
can Anna make some sort of check to see if she's heard of Entrapta?
Sure,
like rumors or something.
I guess just intelligence.
Sure.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see if we can bring this up. Cool.
Oh yeah. Since you're on your phone, I can roll for you if you want. Oh, I guess you did it. Oh, 20. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Um, so Entrapta is someone who is an engineering person. You actually remember that they are someone who used to live on Etheria, but has ended up coming over relatively recently. And you know that they are very smart and very capable, but they are challenging to deal with.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah. And then let's see. So then Harry will say, "Well, considering the work we had to put you through, you guys, we're giving the entire what's the word? What would the word be? Division? I don't know. Um, a night off. So you all get to enjoy yourselves for although within reasonable limitation. We will be seeing you back here tomorrow. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Understood.
All right.
All right.
You may do what you wish. So Hera will take her leave. Armala will sort of come back to you guys and say, "So, who wants to go out on the town?"
uh. Wait. Hold on.
On the town.
Why not?
Um,
Come on, you're stiff enough. You need to have some fun every now and then.
Eldon frowns and considers, and then looks up at Anna and Alistair. Well, if you two are up for it, I will. First round could be on me.
Anna sighs and she's like, well, I guess we can treat this as team bonding. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just give me 1 minute. I need to go change into something more, well, appropriate.
Yeah.
Do as you wish. I need to reapply my lipstick.
Alistair's just gonna go.
Well, I guess we won't be needing these. And Eldon kind of scampers off with his pack and rifle.
Krishal will sort of turn and say, I think I will skip on the festivities for now. Maybe another time, and they will exit elsewhere. So
Wow, everyone's flaking.
Armala's gonna sort of wait for you guys,
Mhm.
sort of by the exit of the bunk area. I guess if you guys are
Once Eldon has distributed his pack, rifle, and undonned the, I guess we'll call it the studded bulletproof vest, he will come on back.
okay.
And then,
Hmm?
oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Alistair is gonna come out of the or actually no, not Alistair. You see someone exiting the barracks, I guess, and they are, you don't recognize them. They're wearing,
What?
if it's all right with you, Valon, they're wearing some formal like ceremony military like garb, similar to like, this is actually what I had in mind, like just like the suit stuff and the hat.
Oh, okay,
all
yeah.
that. Yeah, and then you see you see a guy just in like well, how would you describe a Zillion? Like black skin, and I guess he would have
Hair.
Is there any?
Hair is what the culture of it is, that they like dye their hair to whatever color they want. So
Okay, he has, I guess, just a shiny, not shiny now, like say dark green hair.
okay.
Well, thought I'd never get out of that.
This is the first time that I've seen your face. How illuminating.
Don't fall in love now.
Wasn't planning to or trying to.
Armala would just
Because I
Armala
already
will
have
sort of
myself a mistress.
What did you say?
Oh, I said. Oh, wait, who are you asking?
Alistair.
He said, "Good, because I already have a mistress, and her name is the Zillian Empire."
Okay.
Elden kind of smirks. All right, well, your mistress can, if your mistress can let us borrow you for one night, I think we'll get ready. We'll hit this town. Let's do it.
Armala will sort of like do the whole kind of get you like both arms sort of around each of your shoulders and be like, "All right, come on, let's go have some fun."
Yeah.
And so she'll sort of lead you over to
Isn't
the
Armala like twice her size?
yeah, at least at least for Anna and Eldon, yeah.
So I'm
Um,
just imagining she's like just holding her arms down, and we're just like trying to reach up like a sloth, trying to grab onto it.
yeah. So as you're coming over to sort of the other side of the barracks here to the other exit, you you see Zal actually kind of coming down the other alley, and is kind of also kind of heading out in the same direction. If you want to acknowledge them, you can, but it's up to you.
Alistair's gonna give Zal like a salute.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna roll for Armala.
She fucking takes out an assault rifle and riddles Alistair with bullets.
Perception. No, oh wow. Okay. So Armala doesn't even like fucking notice anything. Anyway, so Zal heads out. And so you sort of kind of follow, a few steps behind, and you exit out of the barracks into the formal, main actual military district. So I want everyone to make perception rolls.
Perception.
I'm so proud of myself, Valon. I learned how to do the rules here on roll 20.
Yeah, I saw you filled that in.
10.
Okay. All right, 10. Corey with the 7. And
Non-natural 20.
yep. Okay.
Damn.
So
7.
yeah. So you notice. You see like other surrounding you. There are several sort of large military barracks that presumably house like other divisions. You see some various kind of ships kind of hanging out. There is sort of like a very large kind of hangar off to the distance. I'm talking like, multiple city block sized hangar, a bit further away. And the so you see that around. You also do see the Imperial Palace. That's not like right next to you, but fairly close. And it is it's made of what looks like sort of a combination of steel and glass. So a lot of it is like kind of see through. It's very ultra modern design, very angular. It's very impressive looking. But it does have a kind of modernistic beauty to it as well. And I will say that Anna does notice that Zal seems to be heading in that direction.
So Zal's outside also?
Zal kind of left like ahead of you, basically.
Yeah.
And also, in addition, Anna also notices. On another side of the military district, you see what sort of looks like a BART train. Basically, it does have, at least this one has sort of a marking on it that sort of says like military personnel only or whatever. But it is some sort of kind of like shuttle system to sort of transport people around to various like areas of the planet. And Armala is sort of kind of heading you over to that direction. You can see the one that she's kind of going for says like the destination is the commercial district. And Anna, you also notice that Clarin is actually getting on the train ahead of you.
Just by himself?
Just by himself, yeah.
Okay. Well, given that we're already headed, I guess, already in the direction of the commercial district, Anna will be like, Hey, wait. Clarence up ahead. Guess he didn't want to join the rest of the group after all we've been through.
Alistair's is off somewhere. He's in front of the Imperial Palace with his like hat off. He's like placing the hat over his heart and he's like staying at attention for the Imperial Palace.
And Anna's like, yo, Alistair, get back here. We're gonna miss the next train.
Sorry. It's just seeing it in all of its majesty reminds me at least why we fight.
It is quite the structure. Ive and I'm more for ships myself, but even I can appreciate the palace. I'm sure your mistress can let us borrow you for one night of revelry.
I suppose the glorious empire will still be here in the morning.
That it will.
Dun dun dun. No, I'm kidding. So Armala will sort of respond to Anna's comment, like, yeah, Drala usually keeps him around a lot longer. Whatever. And they'll sort of lead you on to the train. Do you want to? Are you specifically like following Clara, or are you just kind of like noticing he's on with you?
So wait, is it kind of like for a BART train? You know how there's different
Doors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
areas that you can go in. Can Anna will try and go towards the one that Clarence went into.
Okay.
If you can still enter it.
I mean, is everyone fine with that?
Yeah, Elvin's just going along for the ride, so he's good.
Yeah, Anna's like, Alistair, come on, we gotta make it. It's about to leave. And Anna quickly is headed towards the one that Claren's going into.
Okay.
Alistair will follow, putting his hat back on.
Okay, I'm gonna have Claren roll.
Kind of jog to keep up with you guys.
I'm gonna have Claren roll perception with disadvantage because they're not really paying attention.
And I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything.
I'm just that's he's not really thinking about oh, I gotta be sneaky. So I'm just curious if he noticed. Okay, yeah. So he's just not gonna notice. He rolled a 6. So I guess you get in, but you're not right next to each other or something. So it's okay, fine. So while you're traveling, and you can see it sort of. It's it's not like a BART train, but there's not it's not like there's actual rail systems that moves in the sky or whatever because fancy future tech. And while it's moving very fast because it has a lot of ground to cover. But while it's moving, I'll assume that all of you being military members, you have some sort of kind of wrist communication sort of device, and for all of you, it beeps, and then the voice says, "Quest log updated."
Okay.
Huh.
And you can. Anna's just scrolling through. Oh my god! I need to delete this. Defeat 20 slimes. I did that yesterday. Oh wait, what's this one?
So hold on one second. So if you look in handouts, you'll see something that says quest log. And so Armala will sort of say, "Oh, sweet, they got this thing working." Yeah. So the military has decided that for when people are sort of off their main assignments, they can get assigned various sort of requests from fellow civilians to accomplish and see if they can get some jobs done. And they said they were going to be working on this going forward, where they're going to be assigning sort of somewhat randomly different assignments for people. Again, you don't have to do them, but you get some money and might get some rewards in addition to that. I do know that what they were working on was sort of an algorithm to make sure that they don't assign quests to people that are way out of their league. Also, they're not going to assign you a quest on I don't know, Lorkesh now, because good luck getting there at the moment. But yeah, if you want to want to check out what you got there. And I guess I don't know. I think realistically, what probably Anna would read what they are. So I guess if you want to read that off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anna's looking through. All right, I'm just passing this through the filter. Just give me a few seconds as my glasses do the work.
Oh wait, yeah, it's kind of hard for you to read because your phone. I forgot. Well,
It's fine, I can see it.
okay.
And so she says, all right, so there seem to be 4 different quests. First one is a transportation quest. The first would be delivering goods in between Zelinia and some of their constituent planets, probably. From Zelinia to Reeson, then Reeson to Valora. Now, what these goods are, whether it's like a pallet or some exotic creature, we don't exactly know. But there's a few quests within Zelinia itself. The first is to acquire 3 samples of not Caterpie silk, but Caterpile silk. The second is to acquire 2 samples of some young Armu hide, with a reward that is quite significant, so must be decently high danger. Or we can acquire 2 samples of some crust-tip pincers for a decent reward. Now, Eldon, that was your name?
Mm-hmm.
What is your background on previous missions? Do you think you would be ready in the field?
Absolutely. My 2 areas of expertise are on ships and boots on the ground, so to speak, in as yet unmapped terrain or minimally mapped terrain. So I'm an engineer and a scout, and I like. He grins. I like that. Yes. Yes. Path through the stars. Path through the insert terrain. Grass, rock, sand, something. But yes, those are mine. That sums up my mission. My mission background. I have a particular eye for identifying the armaments on ships. I spent many of my formative years and quite a lot and almost all of my adult years aboard various spacecraft, flying from hither and thither, hither and yon. So, I like the transport quest personally, but I'm up for these the animal collecting as well.
So are these are they like what, public relations or something?
Yeah, again, they're people who put in. This is Armala saying they're people who just put in requests to the military to say, hey, these are things that I would need. Again, you don't have to do them if you don't want to. It's up to you. You do get I do know that they are assigning them by squad. So I mean, the idea is that you do them together. Although I guess you don't have to, but I mean, you might as well. And I also know that each squad gets sort of a different set of possible options, so there's not going to be a risk of someone sort of doing the job before you get the chance to. And she's sort of looking at her own list, and it's like, what the hell is a Meduse? Whatever, I'll figure it out later.
Sounds like something with snake heads. I don't know.
Can I roll a nature check to know by what a Meduse is, or is that
sure? Go ahead.
Wait. Anna wants to make that roll.
Okay, sure. You can make nature checks to know what a Meduse is.
Does not care.
Oh, 21. Okay. So Anna of 11. The name is vaguely familiar, but you're not sure. Eldon knows exactly what it is, and actually, I'm gonna put it up on the screen in a second here. Where the hell is it? I have to scroll way down.
Is it gonna look gross?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, so it's this that it's this kind of floating kind of gelatinous creature that is native to the planet Ku, which is the planet that Clarin, being a Kur, is from. So there you go.
Yeah, he's gonna rattle off the facts. He's gonna rattle off the facts of what a Meduse is. in a sort of rapid fire way, as if he like can't quite contain his words. Like it's sort of like telling her about this is sort of like a jerk reaction from him because he's just like because he knows about it.
Then
Well-
Anna's going to mutter towards Alistair. Well, guess he definitely knows his way out in the field. He seems just as eager as you did before your first mission.
Yeah, I think we kind of struck gold. The good general gave us not only an engineer, but a decent pathfinder. I think we can make something out of the squad.
Armala will say, like, oh, go ahead, finish your thought.
He's just gonna whisper over to Anna, but with all these random, like, babysitting missions and stuff, are you sure you guys aren't from the Penal Battalion?
Anna sighs and then says, well,
No.
someone has to do the work. I mean, the Zilinian military has so many aspects of the infrastructure that needs covering, and guess it falls upon some of the lower ranking battalions like us to do the dirty work.
I guess, but like, you've seen the type of gear I wear that's Imperial issued. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that the main army wears, you know, the ones going out and defending the name of Her Majesty's glorious empire. You know, trenches, explosions, you know, war.
And I'm sure you'll see that one day. But for now, you gotta get through general requirements, so to speak. Work your way up.
Armala will be sort of overhearing your conversation and say, look, I know you want to get out there and, you know, get into all the hardcore stuff, but hey, it doesn't matter how much we do defending the borders if, you know, people inside the borders aren't happy with what's going on, right?
I suppose not. Well,
So
came out
whether
here
or
to
not
get drinks. Oh, sorry, go on. No, you go on.
I was just gonna say, yeah. So whether or not this delivery is some exotic artifact or someone's lunch, we might as well do it and do it correctly.
Well,
All right.
I suppose you're right, but I mean, let's never mind that. We came out here to drink, not to talk about
Yeah.
field work.
So at this point, the I guess train sort of thing has arrived, and it's arrived at think like sort of a Grand Central Station kind of situation where there's, you know, platform sort of segments all over the place to go to various more individual locations. And I'm actually going to switch the track.
Ooh. Also, question. So, these quests would be separate from, like, apparently tomorrow morning we're meeting up for another mission.
Right. So
like
these,
that's a separate thing.
yeah. So again, I guess I'll say, yeah. So these are just anything you can get down at. Actually, here, let me see. What did you say you were supposed to get at? That you were supposed to look for?
We had the
Transport
like the
mission.
claws
Yeah.
and the shells, and then the transportation of goods from Zilinia to
Reason.
Reason,
It's
and then from Reason
it's Rasan, but whatever.
Rasan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, transportation, you'll have to visit the client for that, which there should be a way on your communicator thing there. It should dial you into their location if you want to just go meet them. For the other stuff, and she'll sort of look, and actually, I'll also roll a sort of I'll just roll a nature. Well, it's going to be low DC for that. Well, failed. Never mind. Before. And I was like, well, I'm sure someone knows where those things are. But then again, if they're here, they're probably something local. So that's something that that'd be fine. But those you don't, I mean, unless you have questions, you can see the client, but you could just gather the stuff and then go deliver it to him yourself afterwards. But I don't know.
So, like this, when the collection missions might be a bit easier. Well, I say we go, we get ourselves a first round, and then we debrief. Like we debrief after that, and see if we feel like going out and finding claws, or if we go, or whatever these are, and then, or we want to go another round.
Yeah, can we at least get drinks first? We literally almost died 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm all for drinks.
Handled.
All right. Let's see. Make everyone make another perception check.
Okay. Non-natural 20.
Okay.
Ooh. And did I roll? I can't.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
I can roll for you. Oh.
Oh, no, I got it. Okay. Also, non-natural 20, and then Eldon gets a crit fail. I'll just say again, it's like Grand Central Stations. There's people walking all over the place, so you're just trying not to get stepped on.
Yeah.
And even though Anna's like the same
Appreciate
size,
that.
I guess I don't know, she could focus better. So
He was really thinking about that drink.
yeah, both
That,
Anna. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like to think that Alistair has like Anna on his shoulders like a toddler.
Okay. Anna will allow that.
So
Let me see. I want to see what's around. Boost
So-
me up.
Fine. Don't ruin the nice dress blues. Or greens, I guess. Or whatever-
But Anna's
whatever
wearing
Mm.
heels.
stabbed into the shoulder blades. So you both notice. You also, again, you see, like I said, it's sort of Grand Central Station. You see platforms all over the place. Armala seems to be heading toward a platform that says to Plejon. But you also noticed Clarin heading to another area, and since you rolled pretty well, you also noticed that the sign into that area says to level 1313.
Okay. Yeah, so Anna's like, you see that, Alistair, right?
Yep.
Plechon, or 1313.
Wonder
What are you
kind
feeling?
of Villainy will be down in 1313. I don't know. Armala says we're just gonna kick back and have a few drinks, take the edge off of what happened today. And are you really that interested in seeing where Clarin is going?
Wait. What? Wait, okay. Anna, I'm just gonna see how Anna feels. Anna feels.
$11.
Anna says, I could go with whichever one. I'm not feeling one way or the other. Whatever you're feeling.
Very helpful.
Then fine, we'll leave it up to the new member.
All right, Eldon, the other rookie. Where do we go?
I'd have to say that I'm a little bit more up for drinks than following following someone else around, especially before we've had drinks. So if we see them again, maybe we'll tail them. But let's go get drinks before we do anything else.
Flash on it is.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you head into that, and so Armala's kind of waving, like, come on, stop standing around being a weirdo. So you head over into a train that goes over there, and as you sort of hold on, let me get as you step over and you sort of step out, you see
Entertainment City.
yep.
Yeah.
So you end up in what literally looks like your sort of stereotypical, like Vegas sort of kind of area. Bright lights, lots of fancy shit all over the place. People with various amounts of clothing on. And Armala's like, hell yeah, this is what I want to see.
Oh dear, these lights are blinding.
All right, people, let's just not overdo it. Remember, we're soldiers on the field and off it.
Like yes. So let's get us. Let's find us a good soldierly place to drink at.
Yeah.
Alden's gonna be on the look. Alden's gonna be on the lookout for, basically for a bar, but not necessarily a club. Like not where they're like loud music and flashing lights, but just someplace that looks like a nice sit down.
You see again. You see a range that you see that. Armala is definitely not really looking for that. And so Armala's like, and Armala's like literally like headed for like what looks like the fucking loudest, most like visually annoying place possible. And she's like, "You guys coming?"
Where are you going?
No.
What? I want to see an Illumina performance.
Holes and everything?
I mean, why not, right?
Okay, Anna's like, alright, I'll come with.
Okay.
Okay.
Eldon looks at Alistair. Should we go with that, or do you want, or are you more for a quiet drink?
I will say, from a DM perspective, you do not have to follow her if you don't want to.
I don't know. What do you think, Rook? You're the one buying.
Let's go. Let's go find us a quiet drink somewhere, or quieter drink.
Yeah, Anna from afar is like, yeah, Anna from afar is like, we girls gotta enjoy the show.
Right. You girls have yourselves you girls have yourselves a good time. Wait, is there so currency physical in this, or do I wrist remote Venmo?
It'd probably just be that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's Zillion Venmo her, like enough for like a decent first round, and then kind of walk down the vibrant street looking for someplace a bit quieter.
Alistair's gonna follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. What group should we kind of do first?
Okay.
Roll for it.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
roll.
If it's a 1, it's Armala and Anna. If it's a 2, it's Eldon and Alistair. That's not. I forgot the slash. Okay, so it's
All right,
Eldon and Alistair.
Okay.
So again, you see various things that sort of fit your description as well, so you can just kind of slide into one of them, I guess.
Sweet. Slide into one of them. I'll order myself something fruity and alcoholic, and whatever this man wants.
Alistair's just gonna request a pint of whatever the universe's equivalent to like Guinness is. So just like a beer.
Your
like a
basic thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bartender is just sort of average Islinian female, sort of gets them ready for you, passes them both over to you.
Right. Many thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's. I'm gonna look for the nearest thing I can find to a corner table, with facing the door, and find a seat. But if it doesn't have to necessarily be a corner table.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, thus seated, Aldo will kick back and take a good couple sips of his free drink. Ah, I wasn't even on mission today, and this still feels like the end of a good day. This must feel even better for you, having just come off of such. It sounds like quite the, for lack of a better word, active mission.
Well, it was a milk run for the most part, unless you count like weird lobby abominations, dragging people through the fucking wall, or weird statues that smell like shit.
All those eyes keep go like open further and further. Matt, he knows what these are. Like, oh, that sounds like that turned into quite the steamy milk run. But everything went off successful, like you told Hera.
Well, I mean, define successful. If by successful you mean we were able to contain the blob and we were able to terminate the statue, then yes, the commandant or whatever he was at the at Site 19 wasn't too happy that we were able that we destroyed the statue. But yeah, what were we supposed to do? We didn't know what it was. They just said to go in there and deal with it, and deal with it we did.
Vague orders are the ones the easiest to the easiest to follow and the hardest to to define success by or to interpret, I guess. But well, I mean, if everyone who went there came back alive, I call that a success. Statues can be rebuilt. Speaking of building, it's like, have you thought much about building ships? Are you interested at all in the design of spacecraft? He says, kind of leaning forward, eyes sort of gleaming with like kind of fairly contained sort of zeal.
Alistair's gonna tilt his head like in confusion and just like take a sip of his beer. No, I don't recall ever signing up for the engineer corps. You see, I signed up to be the basic rank and file. The Imperial issued, that sort of thing. I was kind of hoping to ship out to the outer world or something. Join. Just eradicating the hostiles, etc., 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 spreading the glorious name of the Zilenian Empire. Next thing I know, my transport off the training world was delayed, and it landed me here in all places. Well, Zilenia, of course, but far inland the Empire than I'm used to, than I was expecting.
You were hoping to go straight from training right on out to the trenches, then, and instead you got these more I don't know, like almost not infantry, but I don't know, I guess infiltration missions or these kind of odd jobs for rather than being around more rank and file such as yourself.
Well, you seen my armor. That was Imperial issued, so I think they had it in me, like that I was supposed to be out there. Kind of what I wanted to do. I have 5 brothers here, serving the Empire. They're all out in the outer worlds. Well, one of them, not really. One of them, I think they're in a hospital, like at a hospital somewhere. Last I heard. But oh no. Maybe they thought I was maybe the drill sergeants thought I was elite enough and put me into special ops. Imagine that.
There you go, doing even more glorious work for the Empire, if less recognized work, or maybe, well, hopefully more. With the right opportunity comes about.
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Though, I don't know. What were you when you joined up?
Well, like I said, I grew up on ships for a lot of the time, and I did uh, a lot of work, been on a few ships on various missions, and well, got like the latest scrape is I helped some of the military vessels, the Zelenian military vessels, repair their armaments that were a bit that had taken damage, and they were able to defend an outpost. And then asked me if I wanted to join the engineer corps of the military here. And I at first was hesitant, but then when they said that I would get to fly all over the galaxy, I said, "Sign me up." So I got on and would worked a bit in the engineering department, and then Hera assigned me a squad, works which works real well for me. Just get I was just getting I don't know what the opposite of like I guess the opposite of not sea legs, but just I guess they twitchy to be back on a ship, I suppose, or twitchy to be back out there. I'm not good at staying in one place for very long. He says, kind of laughing.
Well, he's gonna hold up his, I guess, half-drunken like beer pint in the toast. Well, glad to have you in our corner, Rook.
Glad to be here. And clinks and drinks.
Clinks and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do have to say something though about this this little affair that we've all gotten ourselves into.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We surely ain't in the regular army. Everything's all topsy-turvy. That's why when you should have seen me when I first signed up, or when I first was dumped on them. Green as grass. Well, granted, I'm pretty green myself, but would you believe that? First question I asked when I was put into this situation: are you a fucking penal battalion? Because that's just a place where they put the war criminals and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look
Yes,
very
yes.
rank and file to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what in the hell did I do wrong?
I could see that. I could see that being your first question. Must have been quite disorienting. Like expecting bombshells and getting this sort of uncertainty or day by day versus day after day situation. But I suspect it's more like I suspect it was something of a clerical error, or they saw something uh, good in you, not something lacking that had you here. Of course, that's just my guess upon meeting you and going out for drinks. But we'll have to see how we work together actually on the job. But I figure drinks with somebody, that's a good sign that you'll work well with them.
Well, that's the important part. Only we didn't have drinks before our first sortie together. We were just kind of thrown into it.
Yeah, it's kind of here's your people, here's your pack, here's your weapon. Now go.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
I shipped out a few weeks ago from the academy, and here I am.
All right.
But, well, everyone here seems to be good people for the most part. They do their jobs well.
That's the important thing.
Attitude.
What about? I'm sorry. What about attitude?
So he says that some of them do have a bit of an attitude.
Okay.
I wonder who that would be.
It's like Eldon kind of snickers as he's like sipping his kind of fruity drink. Like attitude that wouldn't fly in the academy, huh? That must be new.
Attitude that probably got them into this little party in the first place. You know that guy we were following?
Yeah.
His name was Claren. Insubordinate as ever.
Hmm.
In fact, he was the one that was almost KIA during the mission. Because he was the one that decided to go forth and wanted to punch the blob thing, right? So he goes up, right? He's like, I don't need squad. So he runs up. I'm gonna take this thing out myself. He runs forward to the thing, right? This blobby motherfucker punches it, right? Goes straight through. Goes straight through.
Well, yeah.
Right. Doesn't even do a bit of damage to it. Then the thing latches onto him and it starts dragging him to the wall. And this guy, mind you, was acting all big and brave earlier, like ballsy sort of guy. I wanted to go out and conquer out the whole Scudam Empire himself, that sort of thing. He's hollering like all piss and vinegar, all trying to like, oh, mommy, help me, it's been got the wall. And then we like had to go in there, try and drag him out, and then all of a sudden we get to pull him out, and boom. What's the matter? What happened after that? Tough guy act returns. That sort of thing gets people killed.
Yes, it does.
I had a buddy in Basic who was similar to him. Piss and vinegar. Well, where are the Scudam at? When are we going to go invade the Scudam home world? Come on. Let me at him. Guess what? Got a message from the outer worlds a week later. Got his head fucking blown off. War.
Probably said he could take the whole Scudam Empire himself, and his squad mates were like, it's all right. He's got this. Wow.
Exactly. It's the only thing more dangerous than the enemy, so my brother tells me. He's you wouldn't know him. He's a sergeant somewhere in the outer worlds. Name's Chad.
Oh no.
Our eldest.
Oh wow, you actually added that in. Okay.
Yeah, I did. He's the eldest of 5. He would sit me down, and he's like, because he was a squad lead at the time, and me and my other brother were just gonna join up the academy, to report for Zelenia. He sat me down before I shipped out to basic and said, "Al, there's nothing more dangerous to than the enemy than pride. Keep your head down. You listen. Follow your orders. You're gonna come out of your scrapes okay."
Okay. Well, wise words.
Yeah. I wonder where he is now. Probably a general somewhere or something, or maybe he's still in the trenches. I don't know. Haven't seen him in 5 years.
Probably. I wonder how that. I wonder how one rises so high and manages not to have pride when they're the ones giving the orders.
Yeah. Oh well.
But you sound like you gave good advice.
He did.
What of your other brothers? Have you heard of them? The others that went with you into the academy?
Oh, they're all older than me. So they're all graduated like a year or so before I did. I think one of them's a sniper in the Pathfinder division. The other ones, the last I heard, one of them was a corporal in the acting as assistant squad lead in the front lines. He's the one that got his leg blown off. They sent him back to I think they sent him back to a hospital in Zelenia, or one of the Allied worlds. He's recuperated, but he's got a ticket to the first transport home. My other brother, what about him? He was just a year older than me. Last I heard, he, I don't know, signed up to be one of these drop troopers. Crazy motherfuckers. They get into these drop pods, and then they drop onto the planet from orbit. Believe that?
Oh, Elder's eyes go way up. Why would you not? Like when you got a nice, why would you jump out of a perfectly nice ship before he even gets through the atmosphere? Which is, and he like lists off all the different like just how horribly the like going through the atmosphere would kill you. And then he was like, when you got a nice perfectly ship that will just land you safe and sound there. That is well, like that is quite daring to me. You and your brothers have a bit of a one-upmanship thing going. Like one must be braver than the other, or was that just him?
No, I think that was just him. He always was. He always was a bit of a adrenaline junkie. So the minute he found out about the drop troopers, he signed up for it. Ma and Pa thought him stupid, but I guess whatever makes him happy, I suppose.
Well, if they've got that, if the Empire's got that job, I guess they need someone to fill it, right?
Yeah, but not me. I think I'm keeping my boots on the ground.
Good plan.
And he's gonna pat Eldon on the back. But hey, I got you, Rook. You're gonna be shuttling us down to the mission area.
Yep. I will get you there where you could do you get your boots on the ground and do your thing. It's like for the glory of the Empire. He raises his glass for the glory of the Empire.
For the glory of the Empire. He's gonna like
drink.
Who are you? You got brothers, sisters, parents?
Parents came from a big, community. There's like my people. I get it. Like, we're spread all through the empire, and we have these just really vibrant communities. I grew up on a bit of a spaceport, and they're just always just being around ships. Just wanted to see what they were like, and then managed to get on one and just just flown all around. I send vids and messages and credits back to my parents. So I'm definitely going to go back and see them one day. I hope to settle in where I grew up. It was definitely a nice place. Just for now, though, still got that wanderlust, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And well, that and we're wanting to see different places, but then also it's not just the destinations; it's the journeys. It's the flying it's like flying on these amazing ships and making sure that they run right and getting people where they need to go. And it's just both parts really appeal to me,
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I mean, not to put a damper on things, but sometimes, for some people, the journey is all they're going to get. Because as soon as you hit the ground, who knows? Step on a landmine, party round finds them. That sort of thing.
That's true. That sort of thing. I might as well make the most of the journey, right? If that's all you're going to get.
I like you. You like to enjoy the little things in life.
Well, thank you. I try.
Well,
Okay.
so, ships. And they're just gonna keep on talking, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it seems like it's unless there's any specific thing you want to talk about again, I think that's a decent place to switch over.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's good. I think I definitely covered everything I wanted to.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
All right, good. Okay, so in a little bit of a different environment.
Bring on the dancers.
So Arvala has sort of like, again, at this point I'll say Arvala sort of swept Anna kind of like up on top of her shoulders at this point. And heads into like, again, think, like I said, like the brightest, most obnoxious looking fucking club you could think of.
I've got it in my head.
Yeah. And you definitely see, uh, various dancing beings, and several of them are uh, uh, uh I guess roll. Did you roll? What should you roll? Nature, I guess. I don't know. Nature, or just I guess perception. I don't know. Some shit like that. Whatever. Roll something. Okay, good enough. Uh, yeah. So okay. So the main dancers are they're this is really funny. So these are the beings that I mentioned before that I a long time ago thought I was being clever when I was like I'm gonna call them the Illuminati. Um, so literally the whole place is that they're kind of like feline humanoids, but they're not like anime cat girls, but like more like actual like more animalistic. Um, but the whole thing with their name is that like they have like glowing patches on their skin, and they can like change color with that. So that's they're sort of incorporating that into like their moves around or whatever. Um, and their mom is like, "Damn, they look fine, don't they?"
Oh my god, they're so dexterous, so nimble. Look at them. Tail so agile too.
So which way do you swing?
uh, as straight as a pole.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure you'll find something like that around here. Me, as long as it's hot, I'll take it.
Are any of these hot enough for you?
You kidding me? Obviously.
Well, go up. Just ask one of them out.
They're in the middle of their performance, you dingus.
You can hold out a cred chip.
Nah, I like to keep things classy. I'll just slide on in after they're done and say, "Hey." um,
Anna's like, well, if you need, I don't know, backup, any help, I guess I'm here.
well, we'll see. So, um, I guess they sort of like finish up and they start out and said, "Oh yeah, Armala will just like literally kind of like do that." And I'm gonna roll charisma here. Oh shit! An 8. So Armala again is like, "Hey, I wanna see some of that up close and personal."
Oh no.
And it just the main one just sort of like stares at her, and looks her up and down. It's like, not my type, and keeps walking. And Armala is like, "What? I'm everyone's type."
Anna is just like, holding on. Well, wait, is Anna still on Armala?
Nah, you're down at this point.
Okay. Yeah, Anna's just like, he doesn't deserve, or she doesn't deserve you.
Guess not. Well, damn. Now what do I do?
Well, see if there's another performance next door.
Man, I was really looking forward to experiencing one of them.
What do you
Well,
mean by that?
oh come on, girl, you weren't born yesterday.
I mean, I see the glowing spots in their body. I can kind of connect the dots, but is it really what I'm thinking?
Ramallah just sort of like face palms. And it's just like, ugh, girl, you need to get laid.
Okay, can Anna look around the crowd?
Sure. I guess perception.
Yeah.
Ooh, 18. Uh, good lord. I mean, I don't know. You see kind of almost anybody at some point, all genders, all races, all sizes, all builds. I don't know. Pick what you want.
Hmm. Wait. What are some of these people? Well, I guess a Zelenian. That's probably the easiest.
Okay. Male.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see a Zelenian male just sort of hanging out, I guess, drinking something. Standard. And I guess Armala will sort of notice you looking at it and be like, huh?
Cringe AF. Okay. Anna's like, but how do I even approach?
Just walk up and, I don't know, say something. Ask what you wanted to do to you.
Anna's like, sure, I'll take that advice. And Anna dusts herself off, gets herself like, orderly, and makes sure her collars and stuff on her shirt are properly adjusted, clears her throat, and kind of like too stoically shuffles over to the guy. And she just like sits on the seat directly across from him. And she says, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Um, are you have you been enjoying the show?
Oh, yeah.
Now, which show are you talking about?
Mm, roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Still possible.
That's spirit.
No, 9. Uh, he just says like he just sort of like points, up to where the dancer is like. It was like the girls, of course. What do you think?
Okay. I was just gonna sigh deeply and just be like, I was talking about me. Don't you
You?
want to do anything with me? Yeah.
Uh, um, uh, make just a standard charisma check, but with disadvantage. Oh God. Okay. Wow.
Whoa. Oh.
Wow. Okay. I'll take. I feel bad saying disadvantage, but it makes sense. Okay. I'll still take dating. He's like, you. Hmm. Sort of looks you over.
Yeah, me, not bad. I just came straight from a mission, eh?
The mission.
Mm-hmm. I'm technician specialist as part of a squadron on the Zelenian military.
Ah, military chick.
That's right. And you?
Oh, mm, just working one of the banks. Nothing that exciting. But
Handling cred chips for all the citizens, though. Some power you hold.
mm-hmm. Got a fair amount of cred chips for myself, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Anna's like, cred chips you're willing to splurge on tonight?
I came here for a reason.
Okay, Anna quickly looks back at Armala.
Armala has like the over the top, like kind of thumbs up, like yeah.
Okay. Anna's like, sure, I'd like to get to know you a little bit more.
Right here or somewhere intimate.
A little bit more intimate, away
Mm.
from the crowd.
Mm. Well, I got
You're not intimidated, are you?
Ha! I like you. Got a place up the street.
That'll do just fine. Let's go.
Okay. I don't know if either of us want to keep going with this.
No.
Okay. I guess we'll just say that like Arvala kind of sees you go out and looks like a very proud tutor whose student has done very well.
Okay. But can Anna at least get this person's name?
Fuck. Hold on. Gotta pull up my thing. Hold on.
One night stand with a random person in the city.
This is totally what Anna would do. Okay. Okay, let's see. The name is Zalakat.
Zalakat, okay. And he works in one of the banks.
Yeah.
Is there a central bank?
There's multiple banking institutions.
Okay. We just need some basic details to possibly suss them out later.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sure. Oh boy. Okay. So I guess how are you ending your night? Everyone. Are you yeah.
I mean, Alistair, we know how Anna's night's gonna be ending.
Well, my point is how are you eventually going to be getting back to base for the next morning? Like, what's the plan? Are you just going to come back? Like, I assume my guess, and again, you can flavor this how you want or contradict me, but I presume you two, Alistair and Eldon, will just sort of head back, kind of later at night. Anna, are you?
Anna's gonna get Zalakat to order a fancy transportation or something, like private transportation, not take the BART.
Like late at night or like the next morning?
Late at night, because we left, I don't assume it wasn't night yet when we left.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So we kind of took a nap for a few hours.
Uh-huh, I took a nap.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about Eldon, but Alistair was just gonna have another round of drinks, or finish his drink and then just go head back after talking with Eldon more about stuff.
Yeah. Corey, you are muted, by the way. Okay, here you go. No, you're not.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had some noise happening.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think if Alistair's good to just chill, we're just gonna kind of chill and have drinks. Probably go 2 or 3 more rounds, and then or what? Well, maybe like one or two more rounds, and then just mosey on back on public transportation. I mean, I doubt these two guys are afraid of the bar at night.
And plus, I did mention somewhere in the chat that, like, Alistair still has his pistol in his holster. He left his rifle but kept a pistol on him.
Oh yeah, and probably not too obvious, but Eldon left his rifle and short sword, but has daggers. So we're not totally
Not defenseless. We're a couple of army boys.
not defensive. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you'll come back. I guess here I'll move you back into the. You come back and just kind of turn in for the night, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be gone for like just about 1 minute.
Yeah, actually, we can take a short break here because I'm going to be transitioning to kind of the next thing. So.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sounds
short
good.
break time.
All right. Short break time. By the way, that was like some of the best / most awkward flirting I've ever heard.
Oh, I know. It was
amazing.
I also
Yes.
didn't expect that it would turn into that.
I mean, you roll literally the roll, even with the disadvantage, you get an 18. So
I mean,
I love how like I
like-
came into this assuming that it was gonna be, Anna's just like, oh my god, Arvala, stop, you're hella embarrassing, and then it was like, nope, completely the other opposite.
I honestly wasn't sure what was gonna happen there. I thought, I don't know, I thought we're gonna watch the show and then like get drinks or something with Armala. But then it turned into that.
No, I mean, I came into this where I'm like, Arvala wants to get laid. But besides that, I don't know what else wants to happen. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and stuff.
All right, I'll be right back as well.
Yep.
And you guys just see Anna at some point come back at like maybe in the middle of the night or something if you wake up, but her hair is down for probably one of the few times.
All right.
Wait, so it's more. Go on. I'll let the DM.
Well, I was gonna say, like, unless anyone has anything that they specifically want to do, I was just gonna sort of transition directly into the next morning. Presumably, you're rather tired. You slept in a decent amount. But probably not to a degree where you're late, but you're gonna, be, I guess. Again, unless someone specifically wants to do something, I'm just gonna kind of call everyone back into the assembly hall.
Alistair was gonna like fold up his dress uniform neatly and put it back in his, like, I guess his foot locker or whatever he has.
Well, Alistair, you always get up early, right? Because Anna's still not going to wake up until an hour before.
Yeah, he gets up at 0400.
I feel like he also still managed to squeeze like a 12-mile run or some PT in there before we had to report to mission briefing.
I think he really just, like, last time he just hit the targeting range to shoot stuff. But
that works.
But he's in his armor now. He put it back on, but he doesn't have his helmet on.
All right. So I guess you hear over the when you're done with your morning routine, you get the call that everyone to meet in the assembly hall. So head on over there.
All right.
Can you move me?
Oh yeah, I'll move Aaron or Anna and Eldon. let's see. Make a I guess everyone can make a perception check.
All right.
There's my d20. Oh, here's
Wait,
16.
where's? Oh wait. Whoops. I removed Zal from the premises.
Bye.
No, no, but
Anna
16.
gets a non-natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
What did you get? Oh,
Six.
Eldon's a
Wait,
6.
who?
Yeah.
Six.
I only got a 6. Zelda is not perceiving much this morning.
Again, trying not to
Yeah.
get stepped on.
Yeah. Well, I like that excuse.
Mhm.
Probably that reason.
So again, you see sort of everyone kind of grouped together. Again, you see, group of engineers kind of up over in the corner. You also see Zal kind of standing in the other corner, with
Mhm.
Harris sort of up on the kind of stage kind of thing in the middle.
Mhm.
And again, she starts kind of listing off, various people to do various things. She says, calls Clarin, Armala, and Kershaw. Actually, okay. Before I say that, I'll say both Anna and Alistair notice that Armala looks a bit disheveled, but definitely looks in high spirits. I'll say,
Mm.
and but Kershaw, looks just sort of the same, kind of composed, calm as they generally do. Clarin looks a little bit stressed out, like something's wrong. But like he's also trying to kind of hide it. But
What about that Drawley girl?
she's just sort of like has a look on her face of like, I know I'm supposed to like listen to you and pay attention, but I'm only doing this because I have to.
Mhm.
And so Harry's again listing a whole stuff. She calls Clarin, Armala, and Kershaw, and she sort of gives them a look and then looks at like I guess like a readout she's holding, and then looks up and says, "Kitchen duty."
Okay.
And
Damn.
make all of you make insight checks.
Alright, where's my
Ooh.
insight?
That kitchen duty is the worst. Holy fuck.
16. Again.
9 for Anna. Oh, and 20. Okay, for
Ooh.
Eldon. So
Nice.
I guess Anna's like kitchen duty. Okay, whatever. But the other two, you notice that all of them are like, oh fuck. Let's just say, well, from what you have experienced, the cooks have a reputation. So they kind of dejectedly sort of head out, like, okay, I guess I gotta go do this. This sucks. Welp.
Mhm.
And Drawley sort of looks up, like, wait a. She looks up confused. But Hera sort of looks at her for a moment and then kind of looks back and then says, Ada, Alistair, Eldon, and Drawley, you have a special. You are being requested for a special mission, so I'll talk to you in a moment.
Okay.
Special mission.
And
Please be flying somewhere. Please be flying somewhere.
Yeah,
Please be
Anna
flying
looks
somewhere.
back and at Eldon is like, this is new.
And
Yeah.
so the other engineers kind of go back. Zal sort of kind of looks at Hera for a moment and then also leaves. And it's going to go into this room. So Hera's going to kind of come down, and then Drawley is going to come over and be like, I thought you said I was assigned to them. Why am I with these guys? And Hera says, well, that's because the nature of this mission is one that's definitely going to require multiple people with engineering backgrounds. And she sort of rolls her eyes like, okay, if you say so. He says, you four are being assigned to make a supply run to Concord Dawn. And
Supply run.
Drawley's just kind of like, all right, fine, whatever, and just sort of immediately starts to leave. To go head out. And the drone sort of like stays behind and says, and kind of comes up to you and says like, hello, I am a personalized assistant device for Drawley. How may I assist you?
Why can you tell us why the other personal assistant device? Can you tell us why Drawley is so disinterested in hearing mission briefings?
Drawley is aware of her task and will act accordingly. And Hera sort of, she's like, oh, yeah, here, if you... And so I was like, actually, I need to get to work on something real quickly, so here, the drone should know about Concord Dawn if you're confused about it. And so Hera will also sort of back out.
Concord Dawn, eh?
Yeah,
Heard a famous bounty hunter was from there at one point in time.
Okay, Mr. Drone, can you tell us what supplies we are seeking to recover from Concord Dawn?
It is not a recovery. It is delivering construction materials and devices to aid with the repair and maintenance of the Conquered Dawn Fortress.
All right.
Sounds easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
A hefty load that can fit in how many ships?
Just one. And, well, go ahead and ask your thing first. If you're an ask thing, Michael.
Oh, okay. Alistair's just gonna look and say, personal assistant device. Pull up Drawley's dossier.
Okay.
That information is classified.
Classified.
I may be of assistance in regards to the mission or the history of Concord Dawn.
Is there a calculator function on this?
1 + 1 = 2.
Okay, well at least that's in order.
Tell us about. Can you at least tell us about your creator? I think it's only fitting that if she's going to be in this squad and we're going to be working alongside her, we at least have the basic intel on her. Can you do that for me, droid?
Drawley is a skilled engineer who has been working with the Zilinian military for insert moderate amount of time here. So not, I mean, like, she's like not like brand new, but like still like, would be considered new, but of the new people has been around for a decent amount of time, I guess is the way to phrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Drawley is not used to working among a squad of multiple people.
That would explain that. Oh, now that we have that mystery solved. Personal assistant device, could you please tell us the history of Conquered Dawn?
Conquered Dawn was established on a as of yet unnamed planet that was discovered in approximately 1 zillion year ago. The Conquered Dawn fort was discovered to have been created by the planet's native inhabitants that refer to themselves as humans.
No.
The Zilinians discovery of the planet and the Conquered Dawn Fortress, they have provided a small regiment of soldiers to help assist with the managing of the fort and protection from various hostile entities.
And what exactly are the hostile entities, droid? What are we dealing with here?
There are numerous records of various hostile entities, many of which are considered anomalous and uncharacteristic of such a planet, as the planet seems rather nondescript otherwise.
Anomalous, similar to the anomalous entities on Site 19, you would say? And before you ask, droid, we do have clearance.
I do not have information of the Site 19's database.
All right, we're going blind.
As always, it seems.
No, not. But this time, you've got you've got someone who could scout ahead for you. You'll forgive the pun.
Indeed, I am capable of providing assistance on the field.
Don't think he
Oh,
was referring to
I only got a deflate. I was talking about me. But any assistance you can provide would be welcome. Thank you.
It is in my programming.
Actually, Jerome, do you have programming for some healing spray? Because that's something that we have neglected to bring on our last few missions, and would prove to be would actually be useful.
I am equipped with several medicinal packages.
Perfect.
Hey, drone.
Okay.
I don't know if you're tapped into the Selenian Empire military database, but can you please give me a status report on Sergeant Chad Hollowswift?
Oh.
It sort of pauses for a moment. Status unknown.
Ooh.
Thank you. That'll be all, drone.
If there are no further questions, we shall meet Drawley at the shipyard. And it will.
Let's do it. Ella's gonna go don his armor and his pack, his rifle, and head on out.
Hollis just gonna put on his helmet.
Alright, people, let's move like we got a purpose.
Well, let's do it.
All right, so you'll head out. Again, there is a ship waiting for you. Drawley's already inside, kind of getting everything set up to start. And unless anyone has any specific comments or statements that they want to say to anybody, we'll just go ahead and take off.
Yeah, sounds good. Drawley
The
driving,
only-
or
The only
is it
go ahead.
I'm just curious who's driving.
It's automatically set to be driving. So
Got it. Self-driving spaceship. Excellent.
As they passed by the mess hall, Alistair was going to call it to, I guess, Clara or Malak or Shawl, who were in the kitchen.
Uh,
Hey. You fought well yesterday.
make a perception check.
11. Yeah.
You hear various noises,
Oh, no.
both mechanical and biological.
Oh no.
Okay, so you get in the ship. It's starts to take off, so we're gonna switch over to the calming traveling theme.
That's awesome.
And so as the ship rises, Drawley sort of turns to you and says, "All right, we're just taking this equipment over to Concord Dawn. Probably need help fixing something." And she sort of like mumbles to herself, like, "Oh, those idiots don't know how to fix anything. Shouldn't be too complicated. Just get in, get out. No big deal."
Right. It's the no big deal missions that I'm on most alert for. Ones where they tell you, oh, nothing to worry about. Worry. Things that tell you, oh, there's plenty of things to worry about. Great. I'll worry about those things. I don't have to worry about anything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, they say that they've been attacked by various creatures, but it's probably fine. People in the outer world's always exaggerating stuff all the time. I remember someone apparently was reporting that they were getting attacked by some tentacled beast that was like as big as mountains, as if that's possible. So, whatever.
I fervently hope it's not. But I'm not entirely ruled it out yet.
Anna turns to Eldon and says, "It's Conquered Dawn. It's in a place that was once with the humans. I know their race. They're unpredictable, and some of them have even revered at one point in time a god that sounds just like that tentacled being that's as big as mountains with its noodly appendages.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was a thing.
You mean they worship the
Actually,
giant squid?
No, it was, not tentacles like that, but more like spaghetti.
Oh.
Jolly just sort of looks at you like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
mm-hmm.
Um. Anyway, so the ship sort of takes off and is flying using its gravity drive to head across the galaxy. And I am going to want all of you now to roll a d10.
Oh, yeah.
D10. I don't know where my D10. Oh, here it is.
Give us some events.
I got a 4.
I can do think.
Oh, yeah, okay, that was okay. Okay.
I
There's
keep
got the
missing
5.
the zero and typing dash.
Okay.
Okay.
4,
Great.
5, and 3. Okay. I'm gonna do this one. All right. So
He says
first,
with glee.
first of all, I'm gonna move you to just this here.
Hmm?
Oh.
Okay, this is just sort of a general kind of blank map, just so we can have a map. And
We're in the void.
Is
so
this supposed to be representing the ship?
yeah, again, it doesn't really matter at this point. I want a map space for this certain moment. So don't put your characters on the map yet, though.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're traveling, everything seems fine. But things are going.
But
But at one point, the ship there's kind of a bit of a jolt,
Ruh-roh.
and the power goes out.
Mm.
And everything kind of goes dark for a second, and you hear. Hold on. This sound seems to play.
Oh, how scary. Wait, that sounded familiar.
And okay, hold on. Let me do a roll. How do I want to roll this?
Oh, that's why it's familiar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you all open your eyes, or either the light turns back on, and here's what you see. I'm gonna place people down on the map now.
Okay. Oh, you already put me.
Yeah, I'm putting people down on the map.
All right.
Okay.
Do your thing.
We got 2 Microsoft accounts. Wait,
Hmm.
who's that?
Okay,
That's
so you see 2 Eldens.
What the Elden looks.
And okay, so how this is yeah. You see 2 Eldens.
Elden waves his hand in front of the other. Does it mirror him?
It sort of is like, what the heck? One of the Eldens says, what the heck? What 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 are you?
What are you? What
Is
are
this the
you?
Spider-Man meme where you're pointing at each other?
Sure, kind of.
Alistair just gets up from his seat and starts like pointing his gun, like interchanging between one Elden and the other.
Not me. I'm the real Elden. Not it's like cover him.
What? I'm the real Elden. You just appeared in front of my face.
You just appeared in front of my face, sir.
Please. As if anyone would believe you.
Alright, Alden. Here's how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Alistair, what are you suggesting? I don't have a gun to make a firing squad, so...
Rook.
Okay.
Um...
That one's the real one.
Wait, what did you do?
He asked, "What is my nickname for you?" That both
Oh.
Ellens.
Okay, so for this, I'm going to do some rolls. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to be rolling two things. Okay. This is the roll for uh the one on the left.
Okay.
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 And this is the roll for the one on the right.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the one on the one here, I'll play for both of this. The one on the left goes, what? I mean, we haven't known each other for that long. What? Was it something you said me at the bar last night? And then the one on the right says, yeah, at the bar, you called me, good buddy.
Anna looks at Alistair and says, Anna's like, those don't even sound at all like any of the nicknames you would have.
Wrong answers, Rook. My finger's slipping on the trigger.
Wait, no! The one on the right's like, wait, no, there must be, something that, we could have us do to prove that, I am clearly the correct one.
Mm-mm.
Jolly,
What?
can your drone perform biological analysis on these two?
The drone will say, certainly. And the drone will roll, I guess, insight? I don't know. Okay. Insight on the left? Well, insight on the right. Oh, okay. It will do its it'll do its scans and then say, both they are different at a fundamental level, but I am unable to tell which one is the true Eldon.
True, Eldon.
Well, that's all my ideas.
Wait. I'm just trying to think. What do we know about Eldon?
I will say something right now. You guys can kind of meta this if you want.
Yeah, but like, what would Anna do? Anna literally met you for 1 hour, then we split paths, and then we didn't even talk until this morning.
Oh, come on! Get the one on the one on the left says, "Come on, give us like a task to do or something. Then we could prove that I'll do it correctly, and that idiot will clearly do it wrong."
Okay.
Well, like that'll be a trip, seeing as I am the real Eldon. I am the one who would perform it correctly.
Okay. What? Oh, go ahead. Well, I was just thinking. Well, Eldon is an engineer, so his expertise would be, like if we give him some sort of task in his area of expertise, he would surely succeed. Would he not?
Yeah, exactly. So give me something to do.
I'll give you a question to answer instead. Alright, Rooks. How's this? One of you shared drinks with me last night. So only one of you would know this. I have 5 brothers. One of them has a few screws loose. And why do they have a few screws loose?
Okay. I'm gonna make rolls. Okay. So the one on the left, I guess. Let's see. What would this be? What do you think kind of roll should this be?
I think it would be like,
Intelligence check.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
If they
Okay.
remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remembering this intelligence. Okay, so the one on the left rolls that for intelligence. And the one on the right rolls that for intelligence. So the one on the left is like, oh man, you said so much. I can't remember which one was which. And the one on the right says, trick question, there isn't one with screws loose.
Oh!
Hmm.
How much did you even drink, Alistair?
Not too much, only 2 pints. But wrong again. The one with the screws
Both are
loose is a drop trooper.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you're both looking pretty suspicious. Why don't I just drop you both?
The one on the right says, what? I'm not sus.
Oh my god.
Hey, drone.
Yes.
Or actually, yeah, drone. Can you check to see if the cameras, or, like if this ship has any cameras that were active? See if there were any vents around the area and see if anyone had like popped in or out in the past 5 minutes.
Let's see. The drone does a check of like recording. I guess would that be? I don't know. Would that be like perception or just intelligence or what?
For the drone?
I don't know. I'll just say
I think
intelligence.
I'd give it perception.
Okay, that works.
Oh no, perception. Oh, right, because intelligence is memory.
Yeah. So. Okay.
There's got to have only been, we've been stuck inside here, and there's really only one way in or out, and it's got to be through those vents.
Okay. The drone points at a vent that's up above the one on the right and say, "This vent was moved during the brief power outage."
Moved? Oh, like open and closed?
Yeah.
I assume. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, moved location.
No. It was like
Okay.
It was like it. Yeah. The one next to the one on the right.
Okay. And Anna's like, you jumped through that, didn't you?
What? No, I didn't.
Alistair, was this one on the right suspicious to you also?
Yes. Didn't know anything about my drop trooper brother. Rook on the left.
So what was the last thing you said? Work on the left?
No, he said rook on the left.
Gotcha.
Rook on the left. One final question for you, and for you only. My eldest brother. What's his name? And what's his rank? And where is he?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Anna's just like, wow, you got personal. I don't even know that one.
Okay, so I usually intelligence decent. I legitimately don't remember what you said though. So I thought I should like flavor. So what was it?
His name is Chet. I believe he's
Was that the Chad?
I can't remember the rank. I think it was Colonel.
Was
He's a
that
sergeant.
was it the Chad guy or no? That was the
Yeah, it's Sergeant Chad Hollis.
Okay.
The drone about.
Okay, yeah. So we say oh, yeah. That was Sergeant Chad.
Alistair's gonna lower his gun, nod at the rook on the left, then immediately point his gun at the rook on the right.
I'm begging you. I'm innocent, I swear. This is the one on the right.
About as innocent as a Catholic priest.
What's a Catholic priest?
All right. And Anna's just like getting closer to the one on the right. All right. Why did you pop in here? And what's your deal? What do you want?
I didn't do anything. I'm just normal Eldon. Do. Look at me doing normal Eldon things.
On your knees now. help us apprehend this one.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do competing here. Are you all like kind of come and help basically to grab the one on the
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Anna's gonna try and Anna's Anna's will let you guys try and do stuff first, and if
Okay.
not, if that doesn't work, Anna will step in.
Okay. So I guess here, Alistair will you can do an athletics roll.
What is my athletics roll? Hang on. Let me go see it.
And
Strength.
then hold on, I'm gonna do a roll for Eldon also.
I have a question. Is this
Yes.
technically PvP? Like, I just need to know for like principle.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We-
No, I mean, okay.
Until we choose the wrong person.
I'm
then,
just saying it might
yeah.
become that way. Okay, so
Okay, that's going to be a 16.
okay. Well,
Oh!
okay. Well, hold on. But since
Oh.
you're both doing it, I'll basically add the scores together.
Mm-hmm.
Versus. Oh, okay. So yeah, you sort of grapple the one on the right, sort of between you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with it? As he's just sort of like, no, please, I'm innocent.
On the ground, on your knees now.
And he just sort of like, he's still trying to struggle against you though. And he doesn't go down.
Then Alistair is just going, okay, he's going to see this non-compliance, and he's going to take his boot, which I'm assuming is like he's armored up and all like heavy and well. He's going to like try and like kick in, I guess, quote unquote, Eldon's like right knee, I guess, like inward, like trying to like snap it.
Okay, so I'll just say that it it snaps and like as it sort of the body kind of falls over. You see it sort of transforms into this.
Oh.
Where's my gun? I'm gonna shoot myself.
and it sort of just falls over and limp, and it doesn't move.
What the heck is this thing? Actually, yeah. What the heck is this thing? I'm going to actually try and do a nature check to figure that out.
I would like to do so too,
Okay.
if I may.
What is this object?
Damn, 7.
Okay. Eldon with the 19. Is Anna checking also or no?
Nah.
Okay. Alistair has no idea. Eldon, you're like thinking about all the information of all the animal and weird other species you've like ever encountered and or know about in your travels, and all you know is you make this vague recollection of some sort of being that will tend to somehow find its way onto ships and impersonate various crew members, hoping to gain some upper hand. But you don't know what it's called or anything else really about it.
Right. So he'll relay that to the rest of the group. I don't know. It's like this one's I have the vaguest notion about this, but I've heard of creatures that somehow still went to ships and take the forms of one of their crewmates in the hopes of gaining some sort of advantage. Oh, good. Well, like, I'm really glad he looks at Alice. I'm really glad you didn't shoot me. No.
Alice is just gonna look at Alden, nod. Then, if you will allow me to, he's just gonna like put 2 bolts in the thing's face.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not moving, not reacting at all. Body's just there.
Mm-hmm.
Anna says, okay, we could take a sample, but regardless, when we're done with it, we should just eject it from the spacecraft.
Yeah. Well, Sounds good to me.
In fact, we can. I mean, just out of protocol, we should just
Mhm.
cast a vote.
I'm really gonna shoot myself.
Shoot yourself.
I
Yes.
vote to eject Red.
Yeah, let's get rid of Red.
Drawley?
Sure, I
I mean, yeah, get rid of this dumb thing. It's wasted enough of our time as is.
Yes.
Okay, so we. I don't know I forgot the wording, but we kick off Red out of the spacecraft.
Mhm.
Red is ejected out of the airlock. Okay. And you continue on your journey.
Okay.
All right.
I will just say
That
this
was
is what
odd.
this is one of the transit events that I wanted you to get really early on. So I'm glad someone rolled the number for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's me.
Mhm.
Yeah. So okay. Um,
I like also that it happened to be Eldon, which we had.
I
the
know.
least
That
info
was
on, so
really
we're like,
funny. Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you continue on, and things like normal, and
Mhm.
you end up landing, or you end up, approaching a planet. Make a perception check. Perception works.
Okay.
14.
Okay. On an
11.
Yeah. Um.
Okay.
Oh, I'll take the first one because you actually hit it twice. So 16. Okay.
Thank you.
You look down and you see a planet that has about 2/3 water. Has
All right.
land of various configurations. Some of it fairly lush, some of it fairly dry. Some ice at the poles. Um, the ship heads toward an area that's not like a desert, but is a little bit more dry than the other areas. And as you kind of come in, you see a fairly large canyon. In fact, I'm
Hmm.
going to now move you to another map.
You say it's grand?
Up to you.
Uh,
So you come up to a canyon, and you see, and on next to the canyon, for you guys, it's in the upper right corner. You see what looks like sort of kind of it's a very makeshift sort of ramshackle fort. It is mostly made of kind of like various pieces of wood and metal, but it's
Hmm.
clearly sort of put together in a way that's like, not exactly high quality, made together sort of in a rush. And you land next to that.
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
So if you want to move yourself into the box in the upper right corner.
Okay, can you
Okay.
add me?
Oh yeah.
I'll do it.
Oh, you got it, Michael. Okay.
Yeah. There y'all are. Oh wait, I don't think I can do Drawley
Oh yeah, I have to admit.
Thank you.
or drone.
Wait, is Jolly even gonna come out?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I just forgot. And so you arrive, and you do see a group of like 4 Zelenians, and they're sort of like, the supply. Good. We're definitely we've been running low here. Place needs to be refortified.
Hail to you, brothers.
Yes, we are here to help.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with this place, but definitely been through some rough patches, and we could use all the help we could get here.
All
I
right.
know these humans apparently don't really seem to want us here. Not really out of any sort of malice. They just think we, should stay out of their conflict. But well, they're in our territory, so we feel like we should help them. But I guess if you want more
Okay.
information, you could talk to some of them.
And where might they be located?
You see a few sort of scattered around. They are, normal. Well, I mean, from our player perspective, normal humans. They of all ages, sizes. They are the couple of things you notice is most of them are they're all like fairly dirty, and most of them look somewhat unhealthy, like malnourished. And there are not a lot, but more than you would think that have some serious injuries.
What is?
You do also see. Let's see. You see one male that looks again flavoring this for actual people here. Looks Indian, like Asian Indian. Sort of walking by. He looks like he has like a little bit of authority to him, but and it seems like he kind of has a little bit of a purpose. And he kind of walks up to you and says, "Well, I guess you're gonna bring us some stuff. I guess we're gonna use it, huh?"
I suppose so. What has befallen your people? You seem rather the worse for wear. What has been attacking you? Perhaps we could do something about that as well.
Yeah. No, you're not. Trust me.
Eyebrows. No.
The whole damn universe is attacking us at this rate. He's sort of kind of half mumbling to himself. And he's like, "Look, it's not important. But it's good to have the supplies here. We need them for the people that need to stay here for the moment, and for those who wish to travel onwards."
Okay.
And he turns and says, "Name's Neil."
Neil, I am Eldon.
Anna's just like, I'm Anna. Materials are, at the base of the ship, being sent to you as we speak.
Yeah, I guess like the Drawley and the drone are kind of like unloading stuff in the back. And I guess some of the others leaning into it there are kind of helping with that too. Neil just sort of looks over and just sort of he looks. Make an insight check actually.
All of us, or specifically,
If whoever wants to.
Anna.
I got an 8 on the insight.
18.
Yep.
Okay.
4. Who even speaking?
Oh wow. Okay.
Nah.
Nat 20. So Anna doesn't notice this, but the others, you notice that Neil looks exhausted, and not just physically, but just mentally exhausted. Like you can see it's the face of someone who has been through more than anyone ever should have to go through. And it's just written on his face as if like it's not despair, but it's that feeling of just you could feel like this person could fall to complete despair at any moment, though he's currently not at that point yet.
Okay.
He just sort of looks at you, or if Alistair, if you have a comment, then go ahead.
I like how you guys can figure. I like how guys can tell I'm about to speak.
Well, yeah, because the static comes up immediately.
Stay calm.
Are you sure everything is okay here, Neil? Private Private Alistair Holliswift is a Linian Imperial Army.
He just sort of kind of looks at you like he really doesn't give a shit, and is like, "We're not dragging you into this as well. We don't even really want you here, but you insisted, so if you're gonna be here, you're at least gonna give us supplies. Otherwise, that's it."
And that's exactly what we're doing. We're helping the Empire's people.
Yeah, sure. Neil will sort of just like kind of turn away and kind of walk. So the fort, it's kind of like built into like the side of kind of like a mountain, but definitely like kind of a hill. So part of it sort of extends kind of into the hill. Um, and you can, if you kind of look down there, it does kind of follow a path, and you can see that there are some sort of like, you can see like entrances to like some kind of like a couple rooms off to like the side from the main path, if you want to kind of walk down there or not.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
can. First, I want to go ask
Let's do
the
that.
fellow civilians a few things.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's all right. Oh, clearly, like, not within earshot of any of the humans.
Yeah, yeah. Neil's walked away.
While he's doing that, Eldon's gonna go start helping to unload supplies and starting to plan on what needs to be built and repaired.
Okay.
Brothers, what did you call them? Humans? What's their, well, if you don't mind me asking, what's their deal? They are hostile. Are they not loyal to the Empire?
One of them just says, sort of sighs, and is like, "To be honest, I don't even really know. I mean, we only discovered this planet relatively just a little bit ago, and we found it honestly largely empty in terms of life, especially sapient life. But we did find this, ramshackle fort just kind of out here. And
Hmm.
there were some people here, and people, some people show up, some people leave. They just go about their business. They didn't really want us here, but they're not actively hostile to us. And we figured, well, we can at least help. And we have, well, let's just say it's not just humans that decide to apparently travel past these parts. Other creatures too. Some of them not exactly the most pleasant to deal with.
So this is some sort of way station.
Yeah, in fact, that's what some of them are calling it.
Strange. The way they look, these humans look to be refugees.
Yeah, fleeing something. There's definitely, well, again, they won't really tell us anything, but definitely been a lot of grief, conflict, destruction in their lives. Not good, but they refuse any help beyond supplies. They don't want to drag us into whatever they're dealing with, and they don't even want to leave the planet with us.
Strange. Usually people, refugees from war-torn planets, would jump at the opportunity to seek asylum with the Empire.
And just sort of shrugs and says, "Yeah, well, that's all I got for you. I don't know what else. I don't know. They won't say anything else."
Are these like military people, or are they just like Zillion, like uh, whatever the Zillion equivalent to like a UN like worker, or are they like military?
They're more like a
Or are
UN
they just
worker.
people?
They're sort of more like a UN worker kind of situation. I guess you could say. I guess if you want to get technical, it'd probably be like a branch of the military, but not as like hardcore military as you are. And I guess if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, like relief aid or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Strange. And they don't want Selenian. Selenia has one of the most powerful militaries in the known galaxy. Surely a few regiments here will at least help them bolster their defenses. They look like they're ready to fold any minute. Especially that one over there, the leader.
Oh, him? Well, I don't know if I'd really call him the leader, but well, again, they outright refuse. They specifically said that they, and he sort of like lifts up his hands as like air quotes, are not dragging anyone else into this fight.
If you don't want me to sing, brother, every fight is Selenian Empire, is the Imperial.
Let me start over.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, brother, every fight is the Empire's fight.
Look, I'm not going to force, combat troops into a situation where they're not wanted. That's how you get enemies.
Yeah, I guess.
And how far are we from? So is this in Zelenian space, or is it like?
It is in
off
Zelenian space.
Okay. But is it like the? I'm thinking of this, even though this is probably above Alex's pay grade. I'm just thinking of this like. So this is like on the border, or is it like deep within Imperial space?
It's because again, it's one of the most recently discovered like planets, so it's
Okay.
it's near the edges of the Imperial territory.
Okay. And now knowing that, I'm assuming Alistair would know that because he fucking traveled here. He's
Yeah.
just. Yeah, that's probably why he's so jumpy about it. Like, this is kind of like the edge of the Empire. If this place falls, then they're gonna keep coming. We're not good.
Well, I guess I'll just report back to my CO about this, General Hera, if you're familiar with her. I don't know. Probably not any of my business or even in my pay grade, but I don't know about you brothers, but I don't really feel comfortable leaving the edges of the Empire in the hands of refugees, insurgents. What are these guys?
As far as we know, they're refugees, and well, I mean, we're not anywhere near the Scutum boundaries, so don't have to worry about that over here, at least.
Yeah, I guess. Still, with your permission, I'll report the situation to my CO.
Yeah, go ahead. Probably nothing can't get any worse, I guess.
All right. Alistair's just gonna nod, and the rest can do whatever they want to do.
Okay. Anyone have anything they specifically want to do, or are we going to jump into something else here?
Eldon wants to the repairs if anything happens with that.
You'll see. Okay, you're just working on stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Anna is just probably like keeping tabs on the transfer of equipment from the ship, so she has her clipboard out and she's like, pallet number 17, all right, check. And she's kind of going down the line and making sure all of that is in order.
Okay.
And Alistair just goes to help, I guess, Drawley or whatever, bring stuff down.
Yeah. Well, Drawley is actually like sort of inspecting the walls of the fort.
Okay.
And roll an investigation check. And also Drawley's going to as well.
My investigation is 1. Everything is 1. Oh well, 17, I guess. So
Okay, until I get 18. You notice that there's definitely damage on these walls. Like, they're holding, and they're not, like, structurally ruined, but there's scratches, there's claw marks, there's some, like, kind of, large dents as if something big smacked into it, kind of all over.
Trolley,
Yes?
they were attacked. There's something out there. You see it too, don't you? The walls, the scratch marks, everything.
Yeah, well, again, according to rumor, this place has been attacked many times by many different things. And so, well, let's just hope we can get everything loaded here before anything else comes back.
Why are these humans so difficult?
How the hell would I know?
We should probably let Hera know, or General Hera know, that this flank is going to literally fold if we don't have any reinforcements here.
Well, we'll see. Okay. So just out of game thing for a moment here. The next thing that would happen is something that might take a while. Are you willing to start this and just kind of hope it kind of finishes, or do you want to save it for next time?
I vote for save it for next time. I'm kind of fading. Not out of disinterest. This game is really really fun. It's just I didn't get much sleep last night, so my brain's kind of starting
that's
to
fine. I don't want to
shut down.
because I don't want to drag you into something that might take like over an hour. So
Okay,
yeah,
No,
much
that's-
appreciated.
okay,
Hey, I'm here for segment.
okay. So that's fine. So
Cool.
okay,
Yeah, because
so
I wasn't sure if we were gonna end up doing something to stop whatever the monster is that's plaguing the area is. And like, it sounds really big.
yeah.
So
Okay, I guess I'll just give you a teaser to set things up then. So,
Cool.
you suddenly kind of hear a shout, and you look up and you see that like kind of at like an upper area of the fort there was like kind of like a person that was kind of stationed as like a lookout, and he's sort of it's just kind of standard European human male, actually no, well, yeah, white human male. But he sort of runs up, and as he's kind of running in, he's sort of yelling, like, "It's Neil! It's like you said, it's coming!" And I'm not gonna try to do the voice, but he has an Australian accent. And
It's coming.
and Neil sort of turns around and definitely has like an oh fuck look on his face. And on the horizon, you see something. Hold on.
Better not be a fucking Tarask. If it is, I'm riding.
I'm thinking it's
What-
a big
or-
tentacle monster with spaghettis.
So you see
It's a flying spaghetti monster.
a very large, creature with
Okay.
many tentacles, and it's crawling and almost like rolling, basically, like over the land towards you. And this thing is like as big as the entire fort, if not bigger.
Oh boy.
And
Mhm.
it's coming. And we are going to stop.
Right on. All right.
Alistair is just
Very
gonna
cool.
turn to a Drale and say,
You still think these things are myths and legends?
Charlie just sort of glares at you and says, "Shut up and get to work."
Yeah, honestly, like, we have more pressing things to worry about, like the monster coming towards us.
Rex, killing with murderous intent.
Okay, so, yeah, so we will stop here, and next time we will pick up with combat. Although, it's going to be a little bit different from normal.